Hello chat! In this video I am going over every little thing I did this week in trading. I took 3 trades, but one was on the same bear setup idea, but it has to do with news, you'll see that later. So I took 3 trades, closed one in profit, not enough, and then we had another loss because of Trump. This is just a video really raw, live. I recorded everything live during the trade, what happened, what went on in my mind, why I made decisions, why I did not made other decisions. So this is going to be a very boring video. You'll probably see this about like 27 minutes, I think. It's really boring, but super valuable to just see what's going on in my mind. I am a profitable trader, I know it from myself. I have been trading long enough to share my thoughts, to share my ideas. So this is really valuable for those who want to learn, who want to see what's going on inside my head. Enjoy the video. If you have questions, make sure to ask and I will help you through it. For those thinking that I cannot trade, wait, I'll put myself here for a minute. Those are the results from my students. Those are the trades they took themselves without me. So they learned from me, they took these trades themselves. Best phase 1, best challenge, 3k, 1k, 1k. So this is all from this week and he got a payout from 4.2k. So if you doubt me, you can doubt me, just look at my students. Now let's get into the trades. Good fucking morning, guys. I just entered Eurocat. I will quickly explain it, and then later, of course, I will give you guys updates how it played out or if it didn't play out. So, of course, you start on a 4-hour. I always start on a 4-hour. And my first trade idea was actually this sell from this strong 4-hour supply with our LCC concept, but that played out. It gave me an entry, I was still in bed, I completely blame it on me. Shit like that happens, can't always be on the charts. But my only concern when entering was that we did not break this previous low. So for a short, of course you want to be in a bearish trend, you need to break the lows. And to be honest, right now we have kind of the same issue. For buys, you need to be in a bullish trend and you need to break these previous highs, but we didn't really do that. But we keep respecting our demand zones, and again you keep respecting our demand zones, and then as you can see we had a super clean momentum loss on it. This is basically our demand. We have clean momentum loss on it, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and then this 4-hour candle basically showed a lot of bullish volume coming in. And then on the 1 hour we can see, okay, we're respecting this demand, super good right here, rejecting immediately, rejecting harder, and then we broke our previous highs right there. So for me that was an indication that we are getting kind of bullish again. And then on a 15-minute I did not really have a perfect entry area where I wanted to see. I just waited for this 4-hour breakout, to be honest. Right here we have a little 4-hour consolidation, maybe also on a 1 hour. You can see this is where he always rejected from, so that's exactly where I wanted to enter, and that's where I did. Mostly I have like super clean 50-minute structure, and there still is, but for me I don't really think that he's completely going down there to retest it. Of course it can happen, he might even do it right now, and then we could see a retest right there. But because I don't expect it to happen and we are already on a 4-hour zone, I already entered, because of course 4-hour goes above 15 minutes, and I entered this trade expecting to have drawdown. I don't really expect to be in profit immediately because, like I just said, we still have this we still have this unfilled gap below here. So for me it's fine to see if we still get that retested, and if not, better for us, and then we go in profit. Based my break-even level on this previous high here, so we have a little no supply created there, new high, it's around 1 risk reward, and then of course our take profit is based on our previous highs. I do see this trade, if all goes well, I do see this trade playing out in 1 or either 2 days, because this move played out in 20 hours, this move played out, oh that's 3 days, this big move played out in 16 hours, and this move also played out in 20 hours, so literally the same move could happen within 20 hours a day maybe. So I'll keep you guys updated, and then let's get some fucking profits, bro, hopefully. Hello guys, a little update. Just took a shower and eat and blah blah, did my shit. And I gotta say, we got a bit lucky, to be honest. There was USD news, and I always backtest news before I enter it. How do I do this? I click on it, and then you can see the previous data. Then I go back on my chart to the lower time frame and see what the influence was from the data that came out. Did it, and to be honest, when I did it before I entered the trade, it had little to zero outcome. It was just a small candle, nothing big, but today it was big, and it could have literally fucked us up really bad, because the data outcome was 20 pips and we were 10 pips away from stop loss. So what could have happened, could have literally almost not doubled, but like 1.5x our stop loss could have been hit if it was to the other side. So as is a gamble, maybe a bit. I don't really think so, because I absolutely did not expect it, and I tested it like I do every time, and yeah, so I calculated the risk. I know there was a move going to happen, I just didn't expect him to be this big. But yeah, it's good for us, of course, and we're close to break even. So when this level gets stepped, I will move my stop loss to break even, then we're risk free, and then I can literally chill. I'll see now how much I am up. We are up. Let me see, I have not the best entry on this, what the hell? Oh yeah, okay, we are up almost 106 RR, 1.3 times, up almost 6 to 7k I think, combined on all accounts, which is not a lot, but full take profit can be, I don't know, let's see what can be full take profit. Can be 8 on this account, and then times 2.5, 60, almost 20k for full take profit. Which is fire, 20k, I'll take that. And then some challenges will also be back at break even, or maybe in profit again. So yeah, let's see and wait. I'll give you guys an update on at break even, and then after I'll just let it go. Maybe we go back, because that's what I told the Discord also. Still have now an tested demand right here with the last candle concept. Also on a 1 hour we might see a retest back to these areas. 4 hour closes, diabolical though, but we maybe need a wick fill again to somewhere here. So that's what can happen. I don't really expect it though. I think he will just push through, but you never know, after he breaks this high that we might see a retest of it. So yeah, that's it. I'll be back soon, because I think he will hit, or maybe he will do it on a call or on the recording, please. Forex. I'll see you guys when he does it. Okay, literally 1 minute after we just hit our break-even level, so I will now send to the Telegram that I moved myself to break-even exactly, and then also in the Discord at Forex I moved myself to break-even, and now I have to do it on the accounts. So I use one account, and on there I literally copy trade to all my other accounts. If we can break that high, that would be sick. If it will, it's just a demo account I use on IC Markets, and then I copy trade that to all my other accounts. So it's super easy, done, deal, modify, done. Then on my personal is also up a good 5%. Okay, confirm at break even. Okay, sick. Now it's just let it run. We will see, guys. We will see. I really like momentum. I really like how we rejected this. So cheers. Okay, guys, I just told everyone to close the trade earlier because we have Canadian interest rate decision coming out in 15 minutes, and the previous candle was around 42 pips. As you can see, that would be a straight violation of my stop loss, and we cannot take that risk because that would lead to a breach of our Finet accounts on Finet X and some challenges, and probably just also we are on break even, so that doesn't mean that break even level will be filled when he jumps straight through it. So what might happen literally with nose is that the nose candle opens here, so this gap is bullshit, and then he just gets stop filled out here instead of at break even, which kind of sucks. I haven't closed my personal yet, which of course kind of sucks, but we have to be safe, and I will look for a re-entry after. We still have this untested 1 hour level, like I said before. I will put my stop loss maybe a bit wider then. We still have this untested 1 hour level. 4 hour wick has to be filled, to be honest. 30 minutes we have this level. So yeah, I'm definitely not giving up on the position, just being a bit cautious here because yeah, interest rate decision is no bullshit. And I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'll keep you guys updated what happens in 50 minutes and if I will re-enter the trade or not. The data actually is equal to previous data. Forecast is 2.75, previous was 2.75, and it has been like that for last times, but I don't know why, because the actual data was the same as forecast, and still last time when I checked it he dropped like crazy. So you will just see, probably if you would have kept going like this, I would have never closed, I think, because then we probably would have been safe enough to take that bet. I don't call it a bet, but then we would have been safe enough to hold. Yeah, you'll see. I'll see you back in like 50 minutes if I'm still home, because I have to go somewhere. So I'll see ya. What's up, guys? I am back, and a lot of shit happened while I was gone. I traded on my phone, so I couldn't record. But what basically happened, this was our first position, something like this. Let's actually lower somewhere here. And our break-even level was at this high, like I mentioned. And I'm gonna remove this one. Price drop down, almost made it to our stop loss. Then we had a massive bump up. We hit our break-even level. Oh, I think I also already reviewed that SWAT. Then that was it. Somewhere here after this drop, it was Canadian interest rates decision, so I decided to close around 0.5% profit, which is basically nothing. And then I said, okay, if the move is not so special, I will definitely look for a re-entry, because in my opinion the idea is still valid, since you are still making higher highs, higher lows at that time. So this was the move. It was nothing special. We then pushed up again, came back down, and then of course after the push down I decided to re-enter, since for me definitely on 4 hour the trades idea was still kind of valid. Same for 1 hour, we broke highs, respected the low, respected this demand, so I'm now expecting for us to hold this demand, which we are kind of doing. Maybe our entry was a bit too fast, I don't know, you can never say you can never have that perfect entry. But we had a first push up, then we went back in drawdown, and now we are still somewhat holding up here. Lower time frame is showing bearish pressure, to be honest. We broke this low, and we are not breaking highs anymore. It's also late already, so volume is going out. And spread hour is coming soon. We should be safe, to be honest. Over 20 pips still to stop loss, we should be safe. But you never know, so depending on how he will move in the next hour, I will maybe move my stop loss. But I don't expect that he is going to hit it. And then I have another fucking analysis that I had 3 times that I did not enter. First time was here, second time was here. I was driving, I was not paying attention. Could have been just in good profits, so yeah, sometimes you make the wrong calls, but eventually my analysis is right, so I do be happy about that. And the other first trade was a 0.5% close in profit, so there was no loss, which is also kind of fire. So yeah, didn't lose anything today. We're just a bit in drawdown now, so kinda happy, of course. I just want this to play out, then I will be more happy. What's up, guys? I entered a new trade. I'm still in EuroCAD, but it is not going so super great. However, we are seeing a generational pullback. What the hell? We are respecting my stop loss again for the 1, 2, 3, 4th time. So that is kinda nice. I will definitely close him at break even though, don't really care. It's not valid in my eyes anymore. But I entered a new position on Euro CHF. I took a short position based on, of course, supply demand, LCC, etc. Blah blah. So we have our big major breakout from this consolidation. We have all these wicks. So normally I would put my LCC down here, but actually also on lower time frames, it's more based down there. So if you go to the 1 hour, etc., we can see there are a lot of wicks here. There's also an area here, and then also, especially on the 50 minutes, we can see that we have a last candle concept here, starting a supply that created this whole move down. So I was waiting for a tap in that supply, what we got here, and then we also got our entry model. So we got our rejection on the 15 minutes. We broke this low. For me, this is a low. It's not a bearish candle, but it is a low on the charts, as you can see. If we go down to the 5 minutes, and we create on this a new supply, we create a new LCC, we retested it, and for me that was kinda perfect. That's how my entry models works. So I have my break-even level. This consolidation is demand area on the 1 hour, 50 minute, 30 minute. You can see it clearly here. That is a consolidation. So I will put an alert there. So and my take profit is actually kind of difficult since we have a lot of wicks here. Another big wick there. This is only 1.3 risk reward because stop loss kinda high. I was not risking it to put above these wicks or these bodies because this is just one major supply zone. So I take it all with me. Then right here might be fine, actually 2.5 risk reward, and this is just the total TP. But it's already Thursday, so that means basically our TP is just tomorrow evening. Doesn't really matter where he is, unless of course he gets here faster than expected, but I don't really think that is the case. Let's see, this move took him 3 days, so I don't expect him to do it downwards again at the same pace. So yeah, let's see, we entered. That's it, we'll see how it goes, and I will update you guys later. What's up guys, I closed Eurocat at break even. Super bad price action to be honest, and I absolutely didn't like it anymore. As you can see, like I told before, our stop loss was tested so many times, and then still here again we had another wick coming into it. Of course we are now rejecting in profit, but I don't really care anymore. I don't want to be in this trade anymore because we literally abused all my levels, violated. I don't care. 4 hour is closing good though, but I couldn't care less. This 1 hour is so ugly, 30 minutes is ugly. We have wicks to all sides, so for me it's then way better to stay out. I will of course see how he will perform, because in the end I am still curious if my analysis was still right, because I expect a bounce from this demand to go up. It still can happen, it's just not how I want it, so that's why I closed it. And then in the end I am still holding Euro Siege F. It's not exactly going how I want it, but it's also not that bad yet. So yes, we violated my 15-minute area, but we are still holding our 4 hour levels to be honest, and whenever I enter a trade I am okay with drawdown, so I know that this can happen because this complete area for me is a supply zone. So I just wait for my entry model to be given, and I still put my stop loss above this whole area. My entry model is not 100% confirmation we are immediately going to drop. It is, how do I say this? It should be an indication that the drop can start from here. So mostly I just wait for my double tops, new supply, LCC, and then we can continue down. That was perfectly what happened here. Then we reversed, completely fine, and now we can see what this supply brings. We tapped in it. This was a news candle, so it's an ugly wick, but we are maybe filling up just some orders here to then continue to the downside. It is already Thursday afternoon, so maybe I will also close this at break-even because I don't want to be in a trade tomorrow since it's an FP. In the end, I closed Arcade but in profit, closed it somewhere here, and then also the previous trade I closed it at 0.5, so maybe this is a 0.7 winner, and then imagine if we can just close this one somewhere around one these lows or something, then we might have like 2% weak, which is completely fine. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I am however going somewhere else later today, so the next video will probably be either on the train or it will be tomorrow morning, but the afternoon I will see. Hello guys. So Trump decided to make a call to Ching Ping Ping. Here we go. Trump tariffs, blah blah blah. Trump made a call with Ching Ping Ping, and since then all markets went nuts, and of course I decided to hold USHF, and it is a beautiful part. I decided to close Eurocat at break even. So yeah, instead of making 20k, I lost a couple of $1,000. This is trading, I guess. It's literally been a month of me making the wrong decisions. GBP NZD is almost at full take profit. I have no clue why I didn't take it either. I mean, if I would have held Eurocat and entered GBP NZD, I probably would have never entered USHF. And then if I would have closed Eurocat, if I would not have closed Eurocat, I would have been very happy. But then at the same time, if you look at the price action, there was literally nothing clean about it. 1 hour broke all our zones, he even broke my stop loss levels just because I give it extra breathing room. He did not got stopped out. Then we had another 1 hour ugly doji candle, then we had this ugly wick that came to it, and then out of nowhere, I don't know, I closed it here. But then, oh, I don't know what happened, bro. So I'm not gonna trade tomorrow, of course not. Tomorrow we have NFP. Yeah, that's part of trading, guys. I honestly don't know what to say. So yeah, we didn't lose so much this week. Urquhart we still closed like 0.6% profit, and another stuff. So we're down like 0.5%, but I don't really care about that. I just care about how, because we literally could have made 3% and fucking we could have made 6.5%. I hate trading so much, guys. Yeah, this was my week in trading. Thank you guys for watching. Next video I hope will be a bit happier and will be a banger, but I literally, yeah, everyone always says take your emotions out of trading. In my opinion, it's the biggest bullshit that has ever been said. But you have to be able to control your emotions, and I can't control them. I just like trading with emotions way more than trading without emotions. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. I won't trade anymore tomorrow, like I said, and then next week, again, just a journey of documenting all my trades, trade ideas, trade setups, and then in a couple of years we will look back at it and see how much every one of you guys have missed out on the trades that you could have followed with me. So see you guys in the next video.